Hello, my name is Mike Provatera. Today I want to introduce you to Pinterest. Pinterest is a way to tell a story with pictures. The story is the journey to mastering self-motivation. This is a story about Chris that began making decisions at a very young age. Then discovered higher education where he became passionate about his career. Feeling unmotivated in college, Chris bought the book titled Mastering Self-Motivation, Preparing Yourself for Personal Excellence. The book put Chris on the path to success, and he secured his future. He is now a successful executive, living his dream, balancing both work and play, and continuously improving. This is Chris, when he was told you could either cry in the truck or cowboy up. Then Chris got into games, where he intrigued his imagination. Chris also fell in love at a very young age and realizing the importance of socializing. But Chris was a little disillusioned when he was in high school. And he realized that if you're struggling, that means you're beginning to progress. So at that point, Chris realized that the glass was half full as opposed to half empty. And Chris studied Thomas Edison, who was deaf and only had 3 months of official schooling, but became really successful. His neighbor, Dr. Broomstein here, said, you should read the book Think and Grow Rich. And he did. And then he started to take off. He started to do really well with math in school, and he also was able to help others. He then was so inundated with books that he knew that he had to make friends. So he joined Facebook. He also began to look for jobs, and he had to find the road to success. So he realized by working with others and by trying to secure a job in groups, he was able to network. So he knew that someday he was going to have to leave his dorm room. So he started to think outside the box. Now, Chris had to take the road between success and failure. This is where he realized that the best motivation is the motivation that comes from the inside. So Chris started to look at jobs, and he ended up finding one that was really successful. But when he felt down and out, he always referred to the book from the story called Mastering Self-Motivation, Preparing Yourself for Personal Excellence. And he realized by reading that book that the best motivation is the one that comes from the inside, just like he did earlier. And it all put everything together. So he automatically went up in his career, and he started to talk to people and help them. He was so helpful that people came to him and wanted to ask questions. And then he met his friend, Lisa.
Hi Chris, how are you?
Hi Lisa, I didn't think you were coming.
Well, you know how I like talking to you, and I got fired at work. I need your help. I'm looking for a job. Is there something you can do?
Yeah, well, right now it's really challenging for students looking for work. And if you got fired, it depends on where you're on the pyramid and all, salary-wise. But you know what?
Yes.
I do have an idea.
Oh, tell me.
I have an
what is
idea.
it?
I read this book when I was in college, and it really helped me. Mastering Self-Motivation, Preparing Yourself for Personal Excellence by
That's great.
Dr. Michael Provatera, I think.
Provatera.
Yeah. That book, read that book, and maybe, I think this book will help you get a job.
Yes, I will, certainly. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks
It was
for coming.
nice seeing you again.
Great to see you today.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Getting back to the story, Lisa ended up getting hired. And now, just by reading the book and trying to focus on her motivation, she, like him, reached success and was able to balance both work and life, and found out that it was time to celebrate. And during their college years, both Michael and Lisa and Chris decided to invest in companies, and their stock soared. And what they did was they realized that there was still a little bit more time to read and learn as an executive. So they went back and they read Mike Provatera's second book called Mastering Self-Motivation, bringing together the academic and popular literature. Thanks for taking a look at Pinterest today. Pinterest, the way to go.